Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by, checking this video out. I want to try something different. I want to do something other than just gameplay. Everybody does gameplay videos. By this point, everybody knows what Outriders is, how it plays, obviously, you know what class this is. But I wanted to talk about how I feel like art mimics life, and I consider everything that goes into a video game to be art. Somebody had to draw all of the shit that we see. Somebody had to animate everything. There's a lot that went into it, a lot of passion, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, similar to art. So I want to start a series where art mimics life, because essentially that's what it does. So just getting into the point of this video, I know you see the title, Let That Shit Go. So today we gonna compare toxic video games or bad video games to toxic relationships or bad relationships. This game right here is a perfect example of a toxic or a bad relationship. You can't say that it didn't have potential. You can't say that it couldn't have been one of the greater games of our generation or our time, because it could have been easily. I believe that 100%. But you know, that's the same thing as being in a relationship with somebody that has the potential to be dope, be awesome, be great, but they just don't want to put in the work, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like what the developers did. They had a dope product here. This game went crazy at one point, but in the beginning, you know, playing on PlayStation and everything, you know, sometimes I couldn't even sign into the game, you know? Didn't have access to it at all whatsoever, you know what I mean? And then when it would let me in, it was all these issues where you get disconnected, you get kicked from the game. So much going on, man, that just like it's hard to cover for the game or the developers, and I can't recommend this shit to somebody else because of all the problems that I done ran into with the game. And then they worked on the game, and then now the issues are with Xbox having problems being able to sign in, you know. And then ended up putting out a patch, and in said patch they fixed some things, but then they created a million other problems. It's like, we wanted this, we needed this, you gave us something else that we wasn't asking for, and that shit came with a slew of other problems. And I can't tell you how many times I've been in a relationship with somebody where I'm asking them for something specific, one thing specific, and they'll give me anything but the thing that I'm asking for, and that shit in turn creates problems in said relationship. Everybody's saying that this is Anthem 2.0, and a part of me wants to agree, because Anthem had all the potential in the world, just like this game. But it's really nothing to it when you think about this game right here. You get through the story, you start to play through the end game, the expeditions and everything like that, and then it's just timed activities. There are content creators out there that have been beat this game because they been had it, been done all the expeditions and everything like that, and they still push out videos to this day. It's like, oh, new build for the pyro, new build for the techno. How the fuck are you still interested in this goddamn game? You have everything. You've done everything. It's the same fucking expeditions. It's the same shit. You're on a time limit for all of it. How in the fuck are y'all still playing this fucking game? I struggled to play just to get footage for this fucking video. But when you in a bad relationship, it's the same thing. You're on autopilot mode, and anything extra is a struggle for you to do. It's a chore for you to do. This game has become a chore for you. You give and you give and you give as a player, a consumer. These developers take advantage of that shit. Fellas and ladies, you ever been in a toxic relationship where you give and you give and you give, and that person just continues to take from you? But see, the thing is, man, we got to know our worth. Because gamers we're people, definitely still people. We have the same emotions as everybody else, and I feel like it's weird I even gotta say that shit, but I do. We're people, just like everybody else. You gotta know your worth at some point. I feel horrible for the people who paid $60 for this shit, and it rolled out, and it played like a fucking beta, if that. More like an alpha. We were game testers that didn't even get paid. We paid them to test their game. Ain't that some shit? We gotta know our worth, man. And anybody that's watching this right now, if you stuck in a bad situation, man, please look inside yourself and understand that you deserve better than what you're getting from said individual. Because to do something that you love to do, it should not bring you pain. I'm not saying that everything's supposed to be all smiles and sunshine all the time. That's a fairy tale, a dream. With an adult mindset, I can understand that there ain't no situation where you're gonna be 100% happy all the time. It just don't exist. But you should be happy more often than you're not. And with this situation, this game, I can't say that's what it is, man. Like when it works, it's fine. But when it doesn't, it's a fucking pain in the ass. And most of the time, it don't goddamn work. So what do they expect us to do? They expect us to do the same thing a person that you in a fucked up relationship with would do. Just keep eating miles of their bullshit, stay quiet about it, and just accept it as normal. But this is where I say we got to know our worth, man. We deserve better than what we have been getting in recent years, I'll even say, with video games. These games are coming out, they're not finished. They're not ready. They're not ready. And we gotta stop accepting bullshit on all levels of our lives, man. All levels of our lives. Not just the games. We gotta quit accepting the bullshit. The motherfuckers only gonna do to you what you let them. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but me, I'm over this shit, man. I know I deserve better than this. Everybody hype this up. All these content creators. This game is amazing. It's dope. It's fun. It's stale as fuck after you beat the story. Hey, run these same missions over and over and over again and just try to get faster at doing it as we make it harder. It's fucking stale. The fuck is the point of that? And Tiago, the guy that fucking sits in the camp and he sells legendaries, I compare him to Xur from Destiny. I am a Destiny player, or I used to be. But at least Xur fucking updated his inventory. This dude always has the same shit for sale. And once you buy everything from the motherfucker, that's just that. That's the end of it. He never gets anything new that you didn't get from him before. That's it. So I'm trying to figure out where this disconnect is coming from, where they feel like what they're presenting us is enough. And people were giving these guys credit in the beginning because they were working over the weekend. Yeah, they also been working on this fucking game for 9 years. You don't get extra points for doing your fucking job. Those of us that do work, there's no extra credit for me coming in over the fucking weekend. If I gotta work over the weekend, I just gotta work over the weekend. Don't nobody even tell me thank you. And I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there that's in a similar scenario or a similar situation. I don't want to just shit all over this game because I did have my fun with it while the fun lasted. But just like real life situations, you got to know when to walk away. You got to know when enough is enough. And that's one of the hardest things that we have to learn as adults, especially younger adults. You know, we have movies and we have TV, and you have music that just make you feel like you gotta work everything out. Everything ain't meant to work out though. Sometimes you can block what's meant for you by holding on to something that ain't no good for you. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Just think about it. And there'll be more to come on this series where art imitates life. And I will take more games and compare those games to situations from the real world. If you fuck with the series, or if you like this idea, if you checked out the video, you watched all the way up until this point, why don't you give your boy a like and a sub? Maybe share the video with your friends. Just trying to do something a little different. You know what I mean? But until next time, KP signing out.